Good evening everyone and welcome to Apex Esports League. JT here, and tonight we're on for round 5 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship. We're heading over to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, or widely known as Mosport. It's a fast flowing and unforgiving track. The place is all about commitment and rhythm. There's barely a moment to breathe once the lights go out, so we're going to be in for a fantastic session tonight. And tonight's running has 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying, and a 40-minute race. Drivers have clear skies in a late afternoon setting, and the fuel cap is at 40%, so it's another strategic affair with pit stops and tyre management playing key roles again. Our standings: Zachary Vlasblom takes over the championship lead after a strong showing last week. Tim Mulfords drops into second, while Andrew Rushworth maintains third after Winton. Round 4 saw us a very exciting and action-packed race at Winton, seeing Sebastian Vandel take out the race win, and the podium rounded out with Zachary Vlasblom in P2 and Tim Mulford in P3. Canadian Tire Motorsport Park is a real proper driver's track. It's got some great fast corners, elevation changes, and no margin for error if you go wide and you're either in the wall or in the grass. So they're going to be seeing a fair bit of action down into turn 5 at Moss Corner and turn 8 under brakes. And if anyone there goes side by side through the S's, they'll be looking for some good luck. With practice underway, we'll jump over trackside and see how they're going and if they're putting down some good pace already. If you're joining us for the stream, don't be shy, jump in the chat, say hello. There's also some sound effects controls down underneath the stream, depending on what device you're watching from. And they'll be played over the course of the race sessions. Some very nice times laid down already, 1:19s. Looks like waiting for some deliveries to load up. Seem to be having some trading paints issues. We'll see if we can get them nice and refreshed for them. Some more changes in the times. Half a second beat with Joshua Horton coming in for 19.4. Some very quick pace already just in the practice session. A couple of minutes left and then over to qualifying. It's a fantastic track. So 22 times on the board. There's about 30 odd drivers. It's going to be making for a pretty interesting race around Mosport. If we're getting in the 30 plus, that'll be nice. Made for a good one last week with those numbers. That's really disappointing with Trading Paints having issues at the moment. Fine, I'm along before. There's a practice session done. Hopefully it kicks over with these liveries. It would be nice. Looks like it's on its mend now. Seeing some more familiar looking cars out there now. There we go. Now we got all our paints back up. We'll go on board for a lap around Mosport. Blink for Sebastian Varndell. Should be some first time laps now. Mulford tucking in behind Vlasblom. Harry Dodds off onto a first good sector, as is Horton. Both into the pink sector. Try and jump on board for a hot lap around. And the pit straight. Okay, able to cut a fair bit down through turn one. And let's run, there's some traffic here for Vlasblom. Bit of curb coming out of Moss corner. Had got a pretty good run onto Mario Andretti, but they get held up here. Hopefully there's a good draft here. Oh, wide at the S's. Unlucky. Unlucky run there for Vlasblin. Did get a first time in, and that's 0.3 off pole. It's a 19.7. Faulkner holds pole position. Back on another outlap as well. So a fair few 119s. This is going to be a very tight race. And we still have random safety car in effect for the race as well. So there's a 50% chance of safety car being called. And that'll either, if it does come, it'll either happen at lap 2, 10-minute, or the 20-minute marks. Harry Dodd's only 1/10 off, as is Joshua Horton. Oh, Brad Hayes. So he's got tangled to someone. Only 1 second separating the first 16 drivers. That's Ben Faulkner through to Caleb Dawson. That can just come down to a bit of perfect timing, being out on the track. That slipstream at the right time. And they'll be able to shave off that a little bit more. You may have saw 267 at the crest. .264 by the look of it was the top speed of that lap. Some big speed down that straight. And some improvements there for Faulkner. Last lap, an improvement brings it down to 19.315. It's almost 2 tenths away from Harry Dodds now. Currently on a hot lap. Two minutes left to go for qualifying. Last laps to be able to get those extra championship points. And when there's only like a 6-point lead on the series. If around a lead change after last week. Every point counts here. That could just be fastest lap of the race, an extra 10, and then you can claim it back. So they're going to be needing to fight for every single point in this championship. Be this tight halfway through. Interesting shot, looking from a little gazebo or veranda that they're on. Oh, a little bit of slip for Bradbury. Too early on the power. The clock runs out now for qualifying final laps. 5 drivers in the pits. We've lost their little qualifying dials as well. They're back for the last laps. He's having some fun. Robbie Bradbury and David Simmons left on a hot lap. Oh, there's Clifton as well. No movement there for Robbie Bradbury. Drivers finish up. And some contact there. Coley. I'm sure Varndale's on a lap here. I think that'll be no qualifying time for Varndale. So that'll see Varndale start from P29. Yeah, Seaman's got another lap. He must have just crossed the line as countdown happened. Rushworth's going to give us a drift show. Yeah, now we can check out some qualifying results. Qualifying for round 5 of the Pagnina Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. We have Joshua Horton taking pole position. And then the rest of the grid is then Ben Faulkner, Harry Dodds, Stephen Banks, Zachary Vlasblom, Robbie Bradbury, Andrew Rushworth, Ryan Mueller, Tim Melford, Ricky Hyde, John Gallen, Mick Clifton, Sean Vandermeulen, Mitch Noble, Blake Urquhart, Jeff Arnold, Caleb Dawson, and Ryan Bunt in P18. And the rest of the field now up on the screen, with only Sebastian Varndale getting no time. A couple of drivers left to grid. All drivers ready. Lights ready for go green for round 5.
Green, green, green.
And away we go. Some big dives down towards the middle there. A brilliant start for Horton. Pulls away very quickly. few too wide, bound through turn one. A little bit of hustle bustle down the back. Clifton and Vandermeulen were getting a little door-to-door. Very tight, scuffed the tyres. A new series lead, chasing from third here. Husband tucked behind Harry Dodds. Joshua Horton starting to pull away. John Gallen right on the tail of Ricky Hyde. Slings to the outside. It's not going to be nice to go into the S's. Hyde sneak back over and just widen that car. Gets it done. Tight little bunch here. Cole into the pits. Potentially be jump start. Heath also in. Terrible camera angle there. Try and get pit entry. His gap 1.3 nearly on the clock. Blasland's gonna go for the move. It's gonna be a long run. And you gotta be well and truly ahead to be able to get the line on the outside. Oh, well, it's gonna look like have a sneak through here as well. Faulkner looking for an opening here. Realised we had quite low audio volume for the cars as well, so that should be all fixed. There's been contact. Looks like Jeff Arnold and Brad Hayes in the tyre wall. A tow for Arnold. There's some front end there for Hayes. How's that steering? Might have just been nose of the tyres. If that's the case, it'll just be aero. Well, you need a use of a fast repair either way. Beaumont looking to get around Bond. There's been some pretty committed lines there to show his meaning business to go through here. Hayes into the pits. Arnold still under tow. Horton pushes out race lead to nearly 2.6 from lap 4. Faulkner's managed to make a move over Blaswell. The next closest contender for the series after losing the lead from last week, Tim Mulford, couple of spots behind Vlasblum at the moment. Has made up some ground, moved up 3 spots. And Urquhart's moved up 8 spots to now be in P7. Oh, we got 3 wide coming down the turn wide. Turn 1. 3 wide, I should say. It's Hyde, Bunt and Martin. They all make through nicely as well. Very good spatial awareness out there. Bunt drops a few spots. Black and Hughes make benefit of that. Coley goes for movers, Simmons goes wide. A little bit offline, not being prepared for the move. Banks closing in quick to Vlasblum. Looks like there may be some pace drop off for Vlasblum at the moment. Oh, tapped from, what was that? That was from Banks. Bulls turned around. There's some frustration there. Varndell now climbing 18 places. Starting from the rear of the field, not getting a time in qualifying. Now up into P11. Bradbury comes into the pits. And that's a better camera angle, we can see what's going on. Vlasblum trying to recover some spots here. Oh, I'm not sure if that was some push from behind, or if that was just some rear slip from Urquhart. Tries the slingshot out. Rushworth and Hyde, they're getting very close together here. Still a close battle here between the two. And there's the safety car, 10-minute mark. I'm seeing some pit strategies in play here for sure now. They're definitely within pit window. We've had some earlier pits. We had Bradbury come in. So this could be beneficial here. Getting the stay back out, only just pitting on lap 6. We should be within window, so as long as the fuel load was anticipated. Going to be a pretty good climb through the rungs. Faulkner comes in. Horton opts to stay out. Just been picked up by the safety car. Into the pits. I think at the moment we've only got a few drivers that are currently a lap down. Jeff Arnold from needing that tow early on. The incident caught up with Hayes. There was a pit stop for Hayes. No tow needed. Lap cars will be shuffled to the back as well. He's currently lapped down. Having been in pit lap 1 after early incident, we may see a wave around here for Kurt Heath. Very busy pit lane. Oh, they make contact. They forgot about the ghosting. Mulford and Dodds trying to fight in the pits. Mulford must have just been ahead from the looks of it. Not sure if there's too much conserving going on. Some drivers not pitting it. Vandermeulen not pitting. As didn't Mitch Noble, Andrew Rushworth, Ryan Butt. McCall, we did see going to the pits early. That was a drive-through, so it was only a journey time, 26.7. Simmons also not being into pit yet. It's quite interesting. So it's made some big movements here. 22 spots up for Simmons, 22 for Piccoli, 14 for Bunt. Got most of the Team Apex up there as well. if there's going to be a conserve game here going on. Interesting not to take a pit unless this track is going to be pretty hard on them for tyres. Maybe better off coming in for a quick stop later. See how it may fare out and what strategy is going to be in play here. His first stop done is Joshua Horton. He dropped 6 spots after the call for the safety car. And Kurt Heath on the wave around now. It's off for the safety car. We'll come in at the end of this lap now. Race will be handed over to Sean van der Meulen for the restart. And Heath quickly getting that stop done now. It's been a long safety car. It's usually about 8 to 9 minutes for a lot of tracks. It's a good time to save that fuel, but those tyres will start to drop. Not far for the restart, safety car in. Green flag. Noble stays fairly close to the tail of van der Meulen. A lot of inside grass for Noble. He's pushing hard to try and chase down van der Meulen. Simmons having some dramas here. Could have been boxed up. Oh, some sliding behind. That was from Dodds. Can he save it? I think both save it. It was Vandel and Dodds both getting in a slide. Spin around. That's Ryan Mueller. Major smash. Huge smash. Dawson also caught here. Unfortunate. Especially straight after safety car. Van der Meulen putting some good pace, pushing out half a second over Noble. Noble starting to pull away from Rushworth, and Bunt's falling back as well. And Mueller into the pits now. The driver's caught here. Oh, is that after a stop, or is that just straight through for Beaumont? I think that was only 4.72. Quick, fast repair, and then back underway. And some smoke there for Simmons. It's the first stop, so at least there's a fast repair there for Simmons. Banks now in P5 is the first car in the standings to have been in for the forced stop. It's not a compulsory stop. So if there is a strategy at play here for the first 4 cars that have not been in the stop, this could be an interesting race win. And they've even started to put a very nice gap over here as well. Banks having eyes set on Bunt ahead. Oh, a little bit light in the front there under the brakes for Banks. Gets it under wraps. Faulkner having fallen to P21, losing 19 spots in that. Lucky for Faulkner. Wharton goes for the move to the inside for the last turn on the Urquhart. He's going to be nicely lined up here for turn 1. Oh, there's a sneak of Vlasblum down the inside as well. Doesn't get the run, but Urquhart cakes some dirt at the exit. He's being swamped here. It's more than just playing a little bit of defence here when you get to take on at the same time. He's going to be held out to the outside. Nicely done from Urquhart to defend that side. Some light traffic contend with here as well. A good little slingshot could go well. Good timing there for Vlasblum. And Banks moves up into P3. Rushworth comes into the pits. Gallen on the tail of Mulford. Current positioning looking promising to be able to reclaim some points and possibly series of lead for Mulford if he can maintain this spot and gap to Vlasblum. Can Vlasblum hold on? It looks like there's been a bit of fade in the car. Having dropped 4 spots. Charging Varndell on approach as well. 19 spots up. Currently P10. Vandermeulen pushing ahead now. Nearly 2.5 seconds over Noble. There's going to be no slipstream here for Noble very shortly. Barely much there at all with the length of these straights here. Rushworth falls to P22. with that later stop. I think not pitting on the safety car may be hurting some. It'll be interesting to see how the strategy fares out for the couple that are left out there. Van der Meulen's pushing ahead. So that means there's definitely not a conserving game going on. So the best option here is this consistent fast lap after fast lap until there's no fuel left. Just try and salvage as much gap as you can for while you're waiting for the refill. Slip for Blake Urquhart. Falling behind Blasblum again. Let's put a gap in between the approach of Vandel. Urquhart, beautiful line. He was held very nicely. Wasn't enough to try and capitalise. That was very solid. Very close here between these few. Horton, Mulford and Gallen. Oh, Mulford goes for a move. Oh, taps with Gallen. Gallen saves the car. He was already into a slide when the contact happened. Very lucky for the two of them. Need a new change of DAX now. And Urquhart gets around Blasblum, as does Vandel. Vandel also making the extra position around Blake Urquhart. There's 21 spots climbed now. Getting big pressure from Horton. Left the inside open. Mulford's going to try and sneak through as well. The door closes. And in comes Bunt. With Van der Meulen, Noble and Bunt coming into the pits. Stephen Banks becomes a race leader. 29-minute mark. Almost on approach to the last quarter of the race. That's a 3.6 gap on the race lead for Stephen Banks. It's a brilliant position to be in. Banks can keep this pace up. There's probably not going to be any gain here from Horton. The previous lap was a 10th quicker for Banks. With only P28, 22 seconds ahead, a perfect condition for Stephen Banks. Right now, just focus on perfect timed laps. No pressure. And try and extend that gap out. And Bradbury goes for a move around Clifton up the straight. Hughes and Faulkner battling. Faulkner was right on the tail of Hughes. Oh, Simmons having dramas in the pits. Might be difficult to try and get it out. Some damage to the car. Brad Hayes. A battle here going between Vandermeulen and Black. Battling for P14. Vandermeulen should get the advantage here. Drive away out of turn 10. Faulkner manages to get around Hyde. Trying to make way back up towards the front. Hayes and Martin still holding. John Gallen being chased by Sebastian Vandel. Very different lines between the two. Juan Vandel looks for an opening on the inside there. Started to stick the nose in. Hyde back on the attack on Faulkner. That rear left. Mueller was closing into Hayes. Hayes still holding behind Martin. Only 4.5 minutes remaining to the race. Oh, up on the curb for Vandel. Lost the speed through the mid-corner. Big attack here. Banks's lead is starting to drop a little bit. He's only going to hold off for a couple of laps. There's a few tenths difference between Banks and Horton on the last lap, with Horton having a bit more pace. That gap's going to be slowly coming in, but if it's only 0.3 difference each lap, that's going to be enough gap for Banks to hold on for these few laps. And Hayes gets the move around Martin and takes some dirt. Goes for an outside pass. Can it be held? Nicely done. Hughes drops to P14. Currently looking to be for another series lead change. The last laps now coming up for Mosport from round 5. Mulford a few positions ahead of Lasblum. They only needed to chase 6 points to be able to draw in Lasblum from the series lead. So if Lasblum needs to go into damage control here, we can get an extra spot, would be handy. Definitely keeping Harry Dodds away. Marndell and Gallen still going door to door. White flag out. Last lap. Stephen Banks has 2.2 on the clock. Oh, an off track for Joshua Horton. I think that might have been a good times tour as well. A little slip there for Banks. No mistakes on the last lap in the lead. Definitely don't want that. Oh, Clifton looking to go for a move here. Urquhart pulls away. I don't think that spot's going to be taken. John Gallen looking to try and join a teammate on the podium here. Looking to get around Mulford. Banks gets the checkered flag out to take the race win. Joshua Horton on the podium, P2. Not enough in it for Gallen to take it away on the podium. So Tim Mulford takes P3. Brilliant tight little bunch there towards the back end. They're done very well. Couple of drivers across the line. Beaumont and then Herman. Simmons also due to cross the line. And here comes Simmons. All cars wrapping up round 5. Take a look at some the race results now. I was going to say qualifying results, not going backwards. There we are, our standings for round 5 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And our race winner is Stephen Banks. A big congratulations for taking out the race win. And then on the podium in P2 is Joshua Horton, and then in P3, Tim Mulford. Then our standings down from 4th through to 18th, we have John Gallen, Sebastian Vandel, Zachary Vlasblom, Harry Dodds, Robbie Bradbury, Blake Urquhart, Mick Clifton, Ben Faulkner, Sean Vandermeulen, Ricky Hyde, Marty Hughes, Orlando Black, Andrew Rushworth, Mitch Noble, and Caleb Dawson making P18. And the rest of our standings on screen. We'll see if our drivers are ready to jump over for a yarn. And congratulations, guys.
Thanks, JT.
That's a pretty good race win out there, mate.
Yeah, I was real happy with that. Had a little mix up with Vasbom, I think at the double right hander, but other than that, it was all pretty clean. And yeah, no, it was a good night. I was real happy to be able to hold Josh out at the end there. So no, just really good fun. There's some pretty tight, intense racing at times, and yeah, just love it. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's a great track for it. Looked like it was perfect out there for the cars.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty cool track, and yeah, there was a fair bit of grip, and no, plenty of fun to be had.
Yes, definitely. It was pretty tight in those opening laps as well. The train sort of stayed there and a few too wide for a good while.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, that start was pretty full on actually. Just trying to keep it clean, because you know if you can just get through that little bit, then it usually kind of tends to settle down a bit. But no, we just kept pretty tight that train. Yeah, for quite a while there.
It did very well, and well done too, Tim.
Cheers, mate. I will take that any day of the week. The track that I love, but I cannot drive for crap.
Oh, really?
P9. Oh, mate, I love this track, but these cars, I struggle to get my head around it.
Yep, he managed it out there all right, and he had some pretty good battles out there as well, and some door-to-doors, and...
Yeah, Gallen kept me going for a while there. I was a bit surprised that not everyone pitted under that safety car, because it was right on the window.
Yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
How it mixed up for that restart.
But no, Steve had a good strategy, and he had plenty of pace, and all the other guys behind were playing ping pong, so we just sort of see it.
Yeah, I knew with Tim behind me, if I could just try and keep some good pace and keep Tim like that 1 or 2 seconds behind, that'll just give me that little bit of a cushion for some of the Vermilion guys and the light coming through. So yeah, but Tim drove really well. He had good pace also. So yeah, congrats, Tim.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Anytime we can finish in front of the likes of, Vandel and Faulkner and all those sorts of guys, it's always a good race.
Yeah, especially with the early pull away as well. So it was a fair bit you were chasing down at the start.
Yeah, I think that's where the safety car sort of helped.
Yeah, kind of.
Dead smack bang on that window. Like if it was a lap earlier, it would have made it interesting, but didn't have to fuel save, nothing. It was just bang on.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, came out at a perfect time. I think Faulkner may have gone into the pit lane early. I'm not too sure, but he seemed to be dropping to the back of the field during the safety car procedures. So I made up a position there, and then also got a position with Harry Dodds. I think I'll just quick pit stop basically. So,
Yeah, even I jumped Harry. I don't know if he bugged up his pit stop or what.
that looked real tight in my rearview mirror. I seen you two come out. I was like, oh, I could
It
kind of
was
see that
tight,
your nose
yeah.
was in front, but I was like, are they
It
going to
was
give it
tight. It
up?
was the iRacing that saw it out, so I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Was there any contact in that fast lane, or you were pretty sweet?
I think there was a 0X. I think we were still sort of ghosted at that point.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, your
right.
pit exit with Harry.
Yeah, I thought
Sawyer's
he got it, and
suddenly...
then iRacing said no, go in front of him. I'm like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
must have just got to the line before him.
Yeah, saw you shuffling back around, and I was like, oh, you must have just got to the line. Yeah, because he suddenly just not ghosted, and it kind of shoved you aside.
Well, it worked out well because I think the first flying lap there was carnage at the horseshoe behind me. Someone dove, and poor Harry got taken out. So
Yeah,
thank
you
you,
could have
iRacing.
been there. Yep, it would have been you.
I feel sorry for Steph as well. She got mixed up with, like, after the restart. Might have been the first or second lap after the restart, and she had to come in together with Josh, and yeah, that's what actually kind of got me through, let me slip through and get a bit of a lead and hold it. So yeah, I felt bad for her, but I'll probably send her $50 or something like that as well.
Yeah, just for a little thank you at the same time.
A little thank you, yeah, that's right. So yeah, no, very enjoyable night. So thank you, JT.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic one, and it'll be a little bit more tricky next week. So it'll be a wet race at Daytona.
Oh, I love it. Bring on the
Yeah,
rain.
it'll be a very interesting one.
That's going to be fun. Standing
Yeah.
start?
Yep.
Cool. In the rain.
Yep, it'll be fantastic.
Let's do the loop-de-loop.
That's it. That'll be fun around. Yeah, wow, that's gonna be fun there.
Off the start's going to be good fun.
Yep,
Imagine the banking.
nice and slippery.
I might put an early show for you.
I'm sure there'll probably be a few shows, maybe.
Yeah.
Is there drop
hopefully.
rounds in this?
Yep, that one.
That's it.
No, unfortunately not. But congratulations, guys, and all the best for best of luck for next week, I should say. But shout out over to you, Stephen.
Thanks, JT, for putting on what you do, this show, and the race, the league. And thanks to all the guys and girls that come and race it and make it what it is, as fun as it is. Just a shout out to Lake Edge Holiday Units, One Shot Pest Management, Major's Garage, which actually use their setup tonight, and yeah, we're finding them really good. So if anyone out there has ever questioned it, do not hesitate, give them a go. I hear Phoenix setups are pretty good too, though. And other than that, we've got 8 Rivers Photography, Track Racer, and W Energy Drinks.
Thanks, mate. And over to you, Jim.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Melbourne Hydrographics Depot, Private Race Simulations, Aramix Heatherton, Dairship Tyres, RSW Graphics, Bubbles and Balloons, and yeah, like Steve said, Phoenix Drive Development for the setups. We're pretty much spoilt for choice when it comes to setups now, and yeah, Phoenix is probably one of the best out there.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim. Congratulations, guys, and all the best of luck for next week.
Thanks, JT, and
Cheers.
thanks, Tim.
Yep, cheers, JT. Good race, Steve.
Catches.
Well done. See you next week.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
And that's round 5 in the books at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. A huge congratulations to Stephen Banks for another strong win, with Joshua Horton and Tim Mulford completing out the podium. And then next week, it's a big one, Daytona Road Course, and yes, it will be a wet round, meaning it will be a tough challenge for our drivers, and we expect to see some exciting racing again. Don't miss round 6 next Monday at 8:05 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. A big thanks to our sponsors and partners, Pagnin Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, Vive, Dubby, Fanatic, Razor, Stump Grinding Central Coast, and Chubby Buns Burgers. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you all next week.